say.
What do you think pressed the NFL to do that? Like, what do you think was the straw that broke the camel's back on that one?
Tillman or Kaepernick?
Kaepernick. Tillman, I mean, that's obvious. They're going to use a name.
It's the perfect excuse. Think about it for just right now. It's the perfect excuse because some teams still might have a chance. Not everybody's knocked out of playoff contention. And some guys are hurt. Some guys are just really hurt. Washington might do everything they can to say, screw it, we'll sign Kaepernick just so we don't start doing
Well, that's what I'm saying. What is that going to do?
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's what we're both
like, why would they do that? Like, why?
Just so they can say, we gave you a shot.
But that's what I'm saying.
What if it's a future contract?
So if he does actually get signed, do we still look at it as like a bad thing or a PR stunt? Does that change things if he gets signed and finishes the season with the team?
To us, it still is. But honestly, I think he should never play again. And that's what I think they're pulling his card. Like, well, if you really want to play, you'll come to this tryout and you'll do everything we tell you to. And we'll say you're looking accurate. Like this shit is feeling like a pro day. And then
at the same time, I mean, we can't really...
It's scripted.
Yeah.
So, like, AB was like, hey, Cap, no Cap, you need somebody to throw to? T.O. should be out there. Chad Johnson should be out there.
Oh, my God. That would be funny.
I'd be throwing off 3 of them. That should be dope. Hey, Antonio Gates, get your old ass out here. Turf toe. Just run a stick route. Or a drag route.
What I think it kind of highlights, though, is, like, how we're unveiling the mask behind big corporations. Like, NCAA had that recently. And now they were pushed to allow... these
the Olympics,
and everything. Olympics, yeah, they were pulled out. So it's kind of cool that we're starting to air out the laundry with these corporations that have been running shit forever.
Yeah, because I mean, me and Pete had an argument about how I said the NCAA is pretty much a Fortune 500 company and they run like themselves like one. And he's like, you don't know what you're talking about. So
Which one is that?
The NCAA itself.
Oh yeah,
it runs.
They don't run themselves like a Fortune 500 company, bro.
They run like the mafia.
Yes, like a cartel,
and then
a mafia.
That's what we eventually agreed to. We were like, it's more of a cartel. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, that actually makes more sense. But either way, they're fucking...
I don't know what I'm talking about. Fuck me. I just have a blog and a podcast.
I didn't say
and I work for
he was wrong.
Fucking mine.
We were just arguing 2 different sides of the same point. But that's what we always do.
I was wrong, but whatever.
I wasn't wrong.
It's all good.
I just finally agreed to what you were saying because your point sounded better. But we weren't. We were arguing on the right side. It was like...
He's trying to jam me out right now.
I'm trapping you out.
He's like, oh my God, Kenny just admitted that he was technically wrong, but he won't say it. Pretty much. That's how it works.
But on that note, do you want to give your college football update?
I mean, you want to hold on? No, we'll hold off on the Lamar Jackson versus Deshaun Watson thing. That could be take your tangent. I'll just get to this college football real quick. So LSU beat Bama.
Right, that was crazy.
Finally.
After 8 years, and getting your ass whooped.
And all those LSU players try to go and bang on the Alabama recruits afterwards.
They're like, why would you come to Bama? We just beat them. And to be honest, it was 46-41 final score, but Alabama was getting their shit kicked in most of the game. It was like 33-13 at half. And then Alabama came roaring back. But LSU's defense isn't as good as it used to be. And also, Tua just had... Like, Alabama's 4 receivers are fucking studs.
I'm going to get a
Devonta Smith is a beast.
I'm going to get a Coach O drop. I'm telling you, next week.
You got to get the USC O drops, though.
I might get a Coach O drop.
Somebody probably got a Coach O USC drop. Yeah. They went 6-2. They beat
after
Stanford.
That game, I think it was before the game, he told them, people are like, roll tide. I say, fuck you. That shit was hilarious.
Why did you just beep out the F word? We've already started cussing. Good point, though.
Because I can't do it as good as him.
That's true.
Shout out to JD when I used to whip his ass in NCAA 13. The
you
RG3.
So whack, bro. He never wanted to. He never wanted to bet rent money.
The RG3
he would lose it.
Shut up. That was that.
As soon as 2K came out, he's the first one.
That was that team with the running back transfer from Penn State.
You might
Michael Robinson.
Nah, the transfer. Who transferred
Silas Red?
Yeah, there you go.
Damn, you playing with that USC team?
Yeah, he would always play with them.
Max Whittick.
I would play with Arizona. My boys, Austin, Tyler, shout out to them.
You trash because Boise State was always
I used to play with Boise State.
Appalachian State.
Those are my 2 teams. I would play with those teams.
I could play with anybody, but I chose USC because we fight on.
Or Notre Dame too. That was
I would never play with
I'm going to USC now, bro.
What?
I got a class at USC right now, bro.
Really?
Hey.
Shout out to you, man.
Dreams come true. I'm writing a book.
Are you really going to USC, or are you just at a class on the USC campus?
I paid for a class on USC campus, so I'm going to USC.
Yeah.
I'm a student.
He's a student.
All right, you got a student ID?
And I'm gonna drop a book.
You got a student ID number?
You ain't shit.
If I'm in this country and I work in this country, it's the same as being a citizen. If I'm at USC and I'm taking classes out on campus, I'm a student.
This isn't like me at CSUN taking 2 classes.
So you don't have a student ID.
You got a temporary one. You can use those
Can you
the
get on
library this
campus?
semester.
Can you walk on campus?
If I wanted to fully commit to USC
This semester?
I could, but I chose to only take one class.
Because that shit is expensive as hell, ain't it?
Yeah, well,
$38.
I would never limit myself, but right now, master's degree
unit.
is not what I'm looking for. But I am on USC campus taking a class.
Hey, it's fine.
And I'm better than Pete at all video games. So shout out to that.
Wow.
That's the good news for today.
That's a drop.
Right there.
He said he's better than you at every video game.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, man. So the other topic of the college football spot.
So yeah, by the way, LSU should always be number 1. They've beaten like 5 top 20 teams, and Alabama doesn't deserve a spot in the national title game. Kiss my ass. I don't care if their only loss is LSU. LSU, they've played nobody.
Wow, I thought we were moving on, but okay.
Fuck Bama.
Still got feelings.
And I have family.
I would play
family in
I
Bama.
would play the gunshots if it was appropriate.
No, here's what you're gonna. No, here's what you're gonna play. We can't do that right now. But we're gonna do this.
Oh man! Hey!
Hey, Bama. But anyway, so Chase Young, All-American in the making. He's pretty much gonna be All-American. He had 10 sacks last year. And honestly, I think he's better than both the Bosa brothers combined. But, that's just Pete. Exactly. So, he has like 13 and a half sacks. He's sitting out. Originally, he was going to get suspended by the NCAA for 4 games. Ohio State suspended him for 4 games. NCAA suspended him for 2. He pretty much took out a family loan last year from a family friend, and he paid it back. He did that to get his girlfriend to the Rose Bowl, where they beat the shit out of Washington, so his girlfriend can make it to the game.
You play to win the game.
I mean, hey, it's true. So on top of that, this comes out, and it came out the same day as the kid from Memphis, but don't get me started on that shit. It's a different situation than the Memphis situation. But the fact that a family friend loaned the money, they consider that a violation, which is total bullshit. It's like, okay, whatever. Anyway, he came out on Twitter and pretty much spilled his whole truth. Ohio State played the game with the NCAA, so he only got 2 games. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they could have beaten Maryland and Rutgers without him. So he'll be back for the Penn State game.
Oh yeah!
Because I mean, they beat Maryland like 75-13 last week. It was like Maryland is terrible. Like they're good against like other bad teams, but they're fucking terrible. Like you could hit that slap button again. 2 more times because they got slapped all 4 quarters. Again, because the post game argument was probably trash too.
You got knocked the fuck out.
And that was at halftime. They got knocked out at halftime. The whole rest of the game was just a big ass foghorn. They don't remember shit. Just loud noises.
What?
I can't hear the sound effects.
You can't hear the sound effects?
Nah.
Really?
I can hear them in mine.
Nah. I just imagine them and then I laugh.
Can you hear them now?
He is fucked up.
Can you hear them now?
When I laugh.
Nope.
He missed all the sound effects.
You really can't hear the sound effects?
I feel bad.
That's weird, bro. You can hear them, right?
I can hear him. Oh, she has the
Okay, I'll
wrong
keep
headphone.
imagining. I got imagination.
Did you mute his mic?
That's how I was able to keep my sanity.
Oh, my. Oh, shit.
All right, man.
Well, yeah,
Finish
so...
up.
After that, I mean, he might this might be him getting knocked out of the Heisman race because then they're like, well, we can't give him the Heisman because it's NCAA investigation. This isn't a Reggie Bush situation. But anyway, Chad Morris, former Clemson offensive coordinator, that's what he's known for. Former SMU coach. Arkansas head coach, no more. He got fired from Arkansas. They got their shit kicked in by Western Kentucky, like 45-21, by an Arkansas transfer at quarterback. Yeah, so finally he got fired. I mean, I think Willie Taggart shouldn't have got fired, but we already been over that. But it was definitely about time for Chad Morris to get fired because they were soft on offense and even softer on defense. Like, yeah, the loudest and the toughest part about Arkansas was probably their team entrance this year. And at this point, they just get their ass kicked every game. They're terrible.
I'll do what I want.
Yep. And whatever they want usually involves them getting their ass kicked. It's painful.
Yeah!
That's how everybody feels when they have Arkansas on their schedule.
I'm matching the sounds to you. You don't have to. He's just over here looking at what sounds I'm looking at, and then trying to make his wordplay to that.
I know, but
this is your monologue. I'm just adding.
I know. I'm trying to talk to the sound. That way he can kind of get
You're good.
Like the pause. He'll be like, "Oh shit, that's what the sound effect was."
I'll figure it out.
No, I'm talking about him. I'm pausing for him because he'll be like, "Oh shit,
It's all up here. Nah, I'm reading. I'm thinking about that might sound like this. That might sound like this.
Like, oh, that was a bar he got off. Bro. That was a bar he got off. Right.
Yeah, I could read the words that the sound effects say, and I could hear.
Yeah,
right here. I could hear.
But anyway,
that
Nah,
nothing.
Are you sure you don't have tinnitus?
I have selective hearing in both of my ears, and I can't hear whack sound effects.
Oh shit! Oh my goodness! Yes,
You heard that one though, right?
That one was
Your
loud.
headphones over there.
You didn't hear this one?
Grab the other headphones.
This is your ears, bro.
No,
Honestly,
Think about it. He's such a musician. He's literally been like JD's been at so many performances.
My ears are shot, bro.
Your ears probably your shot.
Nah, they're not, because I can hear you right now.
Okay, see, there you go.
Here, just go sit over here, bro. Just sit in the middle.
So
I just want to cuddle.
what the?
Wow,
This podcast is off the
you had
rails.
to make that weirdo. Or I guess I could have just given you my headphones.
You really could have. Pete could have just did the right thing, but he
Yeah,
did
this is
Pete.
weird. We ain't never had someone sit between us before.
Yeah, this feels like a really intimate job interview. But anyway, so Baylor is playing Oklahoma this week, and Baylor's undefeated. And Pete,
I can't see shit over there. Anyways.
Baylor's undefeated. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, I heard you.
I just want you to know that Baylor's undefeated, and you've been really quiet. And I mean, I guess I'm technically still the AD, the unofficial AD of
Listen,
Baylor
man,
athletics.
Just because I don't say something about something doesn't mean I'm quiet about it.
I'm really
Holy
just doing
shit.
no. I'm really only doing this because I know.
Holy
you're
shit.
quiet.
I know Andrew's
No,
going
it
to come
doesn't.
back. No, Andrew's going to talk shit in the group chat because I'm bringing up Baylor so much.
He said, just because I don't say anything about something doesn't mean I'm being quiet. That's exactly what quiet means.
That's the definition of quiet.
Yeah.
It just
You're
means I'm not
definitely
talking
defined
about it, but I'm not running from it. I'm not
You're
ducking
sitting
it.
down. You're not ducking either.
I'm not ducking it.
Probably
I'm just-
slouching.
I'm doing some other shit.
Sitting there looking at your
I'm
phone.
talking about other shit.
Sleep.
That's cool. That's cool. But anyway,
Fight on.
pretty much this game was going to decide the Big 12, even though it's ironically the Big 12 doesn't have 12 teams. They have 10. Yeah, that's how I feel. Sleepy when I think about the Big 12 and their lack of defense.
I can hear that.
Somebody has a really whoever's voice that is. I feel like I need to send a cease and desist. I feel like I should be getting paid for that sound effect. Because God damn you, Pete. Anyway, yeah. So Minnesota, last of the college football news. They are now the 7th-ranked team in the country after beating Penn State. Shot up like 9 spots. They shot up. They're 7th or 8th. I think they're 8th. I don't remember. No, Utah 7th. They're 8th. My bad. So they're ahead of Penn State, as they should be, but they're literally 1 spot ahead of them, which is kind of trash. Because Penn State lost fair and square, and Antoine Winfield Jr. is a monster, and Minnesota has like 3 good NFL receivers on their roster. And when was the last time Minnesota had NFL receivers? Like, they were always known